Head over to miniaturemarket.com where we have thousands of board games at discounted prices like Mille Fiori. Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today it's all about glass blowing and having beautiful pieces that look like glass on the table, but honestly it's really not about glass, it's just a pasted on theme for a Reiner Knizia game that actually is pretty darn interesting. Let me show you how to play Mille Fiori and I'll see you on the other side. Mille Fiori is a drafting game where you're going to be getting a hand of cards, you're going to be selecting one, playing it, and making an action on a board. It's very simple, but there's a bunch of different actions and types, and each of these different things score in different ways, but from a mechanical standpoint, very simple. Select a card, play it face down, flip it over, and in turn order, you do the action. You'll have less cards, you keep doing that, and it plays in rounds like that. So for example, let's say I selected this. This is in the workshop area, and I can place one of my little pieces of, it's not glass, but it's supposed to look like glass. It looks pretty cool on any of the icons that show this. Now this card's usually not here. It's usually in front of you. So I'll go like that. Now I will get a point for every one of mine that is where I placed and everything touching it. So that's just 1 point. However, on a future turn, if I played this card, well, I could go to any of these, but if I go here or here, I'm gonna get 2 points. So you start making lengths, and before you know it, you're making a big combo. In this area, you might see this one. It's sort of like an interesting looking thing. And if you go there, you're now going to get 2 points for each of them. 2, 4, 6. I just got 6 points there for that one. So over the course of the game, players are going to be trying to sort of block me to not be getting as many points. Now let's say I played one that allowed me to go here. You see this emblem here. In the entire game, you'll see this a lot. Anytime I place this, and it doesn't matter who else is there, I have sort of surrounded this. I get to take a bonus action. Now, this is one of the coolest parts of the game because there's some cards seated outside of the board at the beginning of the game. You can just select any one of these and play it immediately. Sometimes that will surround another one and you'll get another one. And sometimes you'll have like 3 or 4 bonuses in a row for huge turns. It's the most fun of the game. Also, at the end of the round, when you finish drafting, you'll have 1 card left. Everyone's last card goes out to the display as well, giving possible bonuses to other players or yourself in the future. On this one, if you've gone to one of each of the 4 icons, you'll go here, you'll get 20 points immediately. Next person gets less and less and less points that does that. You can only do one of these bonuses for each spot on the board per game. Again, you're just selecting a card, going in turn order, playing it, drafting cards, and doing it again, again, again. This one allows you to place it here. This got me 2 points. But let's say no one else went there. My next turn I went here. I've got 4 plus 2, I got 6. Again, people are going to be trying to block because they're going to stop you from doing that. Now, if I were to go here, I'd only get 5 points because it's blocked going further like this. But look at this, I have 3 different values. 3 different values, I get a bonus. Well, let's say next turn I go here. Now I get 6 points, but now I have 4 different values. 1, 5, 2, 4. Again, there's the bonus. These 2 areas work pretty much the same way, but they have different icons. So let's zoom in on one of these. Now let's say I play one of these. Now this is this area here, denoted by the icon. I can literally go anywhere on the bottom. Think of it as like a pyramid. You gotta work your way bottom to the top. Now this doesn't match. It doesn't have to match. You go there and you will get a point for that. But if I go here, which matches this, I'll get 2 times that. So I'll get 2 points for going. Let's say in the future, someone goes here. Then in the future, I play a card and I go here. Now again, if I played the card that was that icon, I would get 3 points doubled. I'd get 6. But everyone below me, now that I've sort of finished this little pyramid here, would get them. So purple would get 1, green would get 1. These are never doubled. Let's say it looks like this. Red goes here, it matches, they'll get doubles, so they'll get 6 times 2 is 12, but they're also gonna get 3 and 1 because I have those 2. Purple's gonna get 3 and 1, and green's gonna get 1, but because this person went to the top, again, they're gonna get one of those bonus action cards. And also keep in mind, if you have at least one of all the 3 different icons, you'll get the highest bonus immediately. Now here in trade, someone plays this icon, they can put their diamond anywhere like that. They're gonna get equal to the points of how many of these were played. So this player's gonna get 1 point. But let's say another player goes like this, and they place it like this. Now there's 2 of them, so each of these are worth 2 points. 2 points here, 2 points to this player, doesn't matter which the player is. Let's say another player played this card. Let's say it was red again, and they decided to go down here. There's now 3 of these. Each of these are worth 3. So this is 3, 6 for red, 3 for green. Now let's say green played this and they go here. They, even by placing this, are not even at least tied with how many red has. That's known as a good deal. They get to do a bonus because red's gonna be getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points for each of these. Red's gonna be getting 15, Green gets 10, but green gets a bonus card to take action right away. Also, if you've done each of the 4, you will get a bonus. So in this case, if red has done at least 1 in each, they would get the earliest bonus here. Now, this also has to do with this area. So let's say you play this card. You can place this diamond in a ship area, and this goes just like that. It does not get you points. This card does one more thing I'll talk about in a minute, but let's say later red goes here, and let's say later on green goes here. Once this is completed, you'll look at how many of the goods are in this line. There's 3 of them, so you get 6 points. So it's 1, 2, 3, or 4 goods will get you 1, 3, 6, or 10 points, but only scores, basically once that is finished. But you get those for each of your ships. So red is going to get the 6 points, and green is going to get 6 for each of these, so they're going to get 12 points. Also, you'll notice this is a movement of 2. This would allow, let's say it was the green player, they would go 1, 2, and they simply would get that many points. Sometimes you might get up here and get to 10 points. Sometimes you go here and you get a bonus. You can work your way down. By the way, any card that you play, instead of taking the action, you can move that much. That's pretty much the whole game. Now, it ends when the draw pile sort of ends up being empty. That'll be the last round, or if someone places their last diamond on the board. Now, you're typically, again, picking a card, drafting it, and then once everyone's drafted, you're simultaneously putting it up and going in turn order, but you can play an advanced variant where you don't actually select your card until the person in front of you has done their action, which gives you more strategy, but adds time to the game. Yeah, let me first tell you about what I liked about the game. I liked the drafting in this game. I typically like card drafting, and it works well here. I like that when you draft a card, you're then going to flip that card over and you're going to go do something on the board for specific to that card. It felt a little bit like Bunny Kingdom in a way. Maybe not a specific E4 type of a grid, but hey, I'm going to a specific area of the board with this card and trying to see what's going on, trying to combat other players. So the drafting mechanism was smooth, and the gameplay was smooth. The turn pacing's quick. I mean, you're drafting a card, placing a face down, putting a face up. I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go here, go here. The turns move really fast. I like that. Sometimes it'll take a little bit longer than normal when you first get all the cards and you have more choices, but it still moves pretty darn fast in a nice little click, and I like that aspect of that. Each section essentially is a little mini game, like trying to do consecutive things, or trying to work your way down the key track, or trying to work your way up the pyramids, or having certain goods, or going down the boat track. Like, all of them have like their own little thing going on there. And I like that there's a lot of interactions with the other players, because many times somebody's going to need to block somebody because they're getting a crazy combo or getting way too many points on something. Sometimes you won't have the cards to do that. Sometimes you'll be trying to talk with the other players to say, hey, we cannot let this person get another purple card. You're going to score like 16 points next turn. Can't do it. Someone's got to play one. And then all of you do it, or none of you do it because you think the other one's going to do it. Stuff like that. There's some table talk there. I like that aspect of it. Sometimes you're working with others. So it's on the tracks on the left with the trading and the boats and such, and the fleet, where you're trying to get a certain amount done, but you're trying to finish that row so that when you finish the fleet, you can get a certain amount of points for each of the ones that's there. That's kind of fun because you are sort of collaborating with others at sometimes, but blocking them in other ways. So I like it has that push and pull there. The best part about this game is the comboing. When you have these huge turns where you're like, hey, I surrounded 3 things here in the workshops, I'm gonna get an extra action card. With that card, I'm gonna do this. That gives me another bonus, which is gonna do this, which gives me another bonus, which is gonna allow me to do this. And like, sometimes you'll have these epic turns, and it's really fulfilling to do that. Definitely the best part of the game. Even if it's not you that's having an epic turn, it's fun to watch other players have one, see that the game sort of allows that combo-ness to happen. I like that you have the flexibility of moving the boats with any turn, so you get towards the end of your hand, you don't have any great options, like, I don't want to go there, I don't want to go there. I can just move the boat and get some points that way. So that's kind of cool. I like that in those 2 areas, the 2 sort of greenish areas, that you don't have to match the exact icon to place there. I mean, you want to because you'll get double the points, but you don't have to, and that's very strategic too, because sometimes you're going to want to go on a spot just to kind of finish it to get the bonus, to get a starter combo, or maybe you're going to want to do that because you want to finish that pyramid because you have a bunch of the ones below that, and it's like, hey, I'm okay with not getting double points here, so I'm going to get a bunch below me, and I don't want somebody else to get that. So I like that. I typically like the mechanism in games where like you get a certain amount of points to do something, but you can also get less points to do it less well. I always like that mechanism. Those areas of the board sort of do that for me. So overall, the game is fun. It's quick. The box says it could go to 90 minutes. No way. I mean, this game is a half hour most of the time, 45 minutes tops. I don't know why they say the box says it's got to be 90 minutes, so don't let that scare you away. On the negative side of things, because there are a bunch of mini games, you have to teach all of those things up front. So you're like, over here I do this, over here you do this. These two are less similar, but you do this and this. This is this, this is this, this is, I mean, there's a decent amount of information that you need to teach to play this game, because it's not one of those things that you really can teach as you go. So teaching all the areas up front is a bit of a chore there. My biggest problem with the game, and the reason why it's not going to get a Saxophone Serenade, is because I feel like the game is not done as a two-player game. Like, I feel like development stopped and it never finished. It could have easily been a double-sided board where you chop up the workshops and put them in small little groups so that no one can pull off a 16, 17 point thing, making this huge strand all the way through. Make them smaller and segmented to sort of like, make it feel like other people are blocking you. Change the way the scaling of the board and all the different sizes. There was a lot of things that could have been done to make this game more interesting with two players. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't bad. I didn't dislike it. But there are so many good two-player only games that are designed for two players. This one didn't cut it with two players. So if you are a person that's like, oh, I was gonna get this game, I mostly 90% of the time will play two players, it's okay. It really shines with 3 or 4 players. And that's sad, because I think there were some things they could have done to make it scale well for 2 players. And I'm sad that they did not do this, and I'm surprised they didn't. With the mathematician, Mr. Knizia, being so particular about things, I'm surprised they didn't do this. So that's it. I really enjoyed it. If you're gonna play it 3 or 4 players, it's excellent. If not, I think there's better games out there, and that is Mille Fiori. Game Toppers not only transforms your existing table into a high-quality gaming solution, but they now offer full leg kits and dining cover solutions for the full table application. Paired with over 20 styles of thematic game mats in 11 different sizes from notable board game artists like Vincent Dutray, collapsible cup holders, and real cool accessories, experience what thousands of other gamers enjoy by upgrading every game you play with a Game Topper system. Save hundreds of dollars on Game Topper package deals that are in stock now for immediate shipping at GameToppersLLC.com or click the link below.